House Chat.
You want to hear something upsetting?
What's up?
I feel like you might know. Like, I feel like you might know this already. Because being a Nintendo fan, you may know, you may not, because it's information from the GameCube one way back in the day.
I got you. I grew up with that GameCube.
Yeah, did you, are you sitting down right now?
I am sitting down.
You're nice and comfortable, right?
Yeah, are you gonna like tell me something crazy? Like, did you know the handle on the GameCube is a handle or something like that? I'm still like tempering my expectations, and I don't know if I should or not.
Yeah, hopefully this is something you already knew, or you're gonna be really upset. So the animals in Animal Crossing are people in costumes.
I don't like okay, yeah, I was not emotionally I was not prepared for any. Wow, are you okay? Explain yourself.
So
this claim.
I don't remember exactly what was said in the GameCube game, but the dude said, "Dude, this suit is really, really itchy." Like he said something.
Was
the
he
guy
not
said
wearing
something.
like a suit or something? Like, was the animal not wearing a suit? Was he just naked?
He had a t-shirt on.
Oh my goodness, this just contextualizalizes this in such a horrible way for me right now.
You know what? I'm gonna keep going. You want to be more upset? On Sonic, Dr. Eggman, his mustache is fake.
Okay, but how? Okay, now explain that one.
Oh,
okay,
Chow on Sonic Adventure 2 says, "Did you know Eggman's mustache is fake?"
Did you know the doctor's mustache is fake?
Chow's playing. I don't believe that dude for a second. Oh my goodness.
On Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, the main character's hair is not a hair, it's actually a hat. His hair isn't gray, it's a hat.
I didn't. Can you like pitch a Did You Know Gaming episode where it's just like, did you know gaming, just like stuff that's gonna like absolutely wreck you? Like,
oh my god!
Like no particular game, system, or topic, just that.
Oh my god! We can go even further back. The manual for Super Mario World 2 or Mario World 2, the one where you could play as Princess Peach. Who did you play? Princess Peach, Toad, Luigi, and Mario. The one that was like, technically it was like a Metroid-ish type Mario game where you get that one. So in the manual, it shows that Toad's head is actually a hat as well.
Oh goodness.
The character Birdo, the pink Yoshi, is transvestite. At least I
did know that. I did know that. Japan's incredibly transphobic.
And,
love those people.
And what else is there? There's another one. The bricks in Mario is Bowser's black magic that turn toads. So Mario is murdering toads constantly. So when he jumps up and punches a brick, and then the mushroom head comes out. The mushroom head comes out.
Oh no!
It's all in the book. It's all in the book. Look in the manuals.
Oh, gosh, oh my goodness.
Bowser uses his black magic.
That's the only thing that, like, growing up, just the era after that is just like nuts, because it's like all of this stuff in the instruction manuals I just like never really knew about, because even if I was playing a retro game, it most likely did not have the instruction manual.
Yeah, because
like,
nowadays,
almost always.
Because that's what's funny. When in an interview, Miyamoto said that that all of the Koopa kids are not Bowser's children, but in the manual from way back when, it says Bowser and all of his kids. Those are his children. Bowser had all those kids.
Yeah, okay, Miyamoto. Trying to hide something. Miyamoto's the mother. Yeah, Miyamoto is the mother, and he doesn't want that to get out there. Oh my gosh, there's so much darkness in Nintendo history.
Oh man, but it's funny because you know what? We're gonna. This seems like the right moment. You played Splatoon?
Yeah, I played Splatoon.
So here's my theory with Splatoon. Okay, it's a theory, but at the same time, it's kind of there. You can see it. That's why I even thought about it. So Splatoon is basically the way I see it. I know someone's gonna say something in the comments about this, possibly, but just hear me out. This is what I see. Splatoon, starting with the first one, because I did a whole lore thing. I didn't finish the article yet. It hasn't gone up. But so in a nutshell, it's a race war. It's a pretty big race war. So basically, the world's flooding. They're trying to go on land. They fight over the land. Octolings are always perceived as darker skin, brown. They don't have to be black.
Oh shoot!
Regardless,
I noticed that.
Yeah, they're darker skinned characters all the time. You see, Marina, she's also darker skinned. But with that being said, it's a race war. They get forced underground, and then what do the freaking the Inkling do? And they go down underground. They bully them some more and steal their technology and go back up to the surface because they were underground and they tried to make their lives easier by building certain things. After they got invaded and got their technology stolen, that's when they riled up, got up, and tried to fight back again. So that's basically all of the Splatoon 1 story. Like, for example, that Zapfish belonged to the people underground. Lordies. Okay, so moving forward, going to Splatoon 2. Moving forward, going to Splatoon 2, knowing that this is all basically one big drawn-out race war. Everything you do in the first game, they get rid of the power that is basically keeping everybody divided, which is the big DJ Octopus guy, which is another funny race war. The darker skinned people. The main villain happens to be a DJ.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving forward to Splatoon 2, everybody's trying to let bygones be bygones. They're getting together. You have a new group off the hook. They put an Octoling and an Inkling together, so they're trying to get rid of the divide in races. And that's why when they introduce the Octo expansion, you play as them. And what makes it even funnier, one of the hairstyles is an afro. Not a coincidence.
Yeah.
So
I thought about this before,
right? And so in the Octo expansion, and they're all wearing their little Michael Jackson "Who's Bad" leather clothing underground in the freaking subway. You go through all those trials. And at the end of the game, people for some reason don't see it as the Statue of Liberty, but basically the game is stating that people can be together, not have to fight, be on the same team, as long as they don't have an oppressive government holding them down. And that was the symbolism of destroying basically the Statue of Liberty at the end of the game. But what makes that even funnier is Nintendo was trying to throw shade on America in that game too, because the characters' names are Pearl and Marina, which translates to Pearl Harbor.
Oh my gosh.
And since the Octoling had been getting put down for so long, and the Octoling happened to be black, and they named her Marina, and that's the harbor portion, they're putting down.
I didn't know it was so woke.
Yeah, so it's like,
notice all the subtext.
Yeah, they're putting down the Octoling, and her name is Harbor, and the harbor was destroyed. And whoo, when I looked at all that, I was just mind blown. And then what makes that even funnier is when at the final Splatfest, the Marina was literally saying, because I felt for her, she was like, chaos versus order. It's like, order, you're safe. You have nothing to worry about. You have food on your table. The police have your back. You're sure, life is going to be the same every single day, but at least you're able to live your life without looking over your shoulder. I came from a dark place in my life, and with the way things are right now, I know I can comfortably live, have you as my friend, and everybody can continue in peace and harmony. That's pretty much what she said. So I came from a dark place in my life. Obviously, we know what she's talking about. The other character's like, oh no, we don't need all that. I want things to be unpredictable, blah, blah, blah. And we need chaos in the world. People are going to start killing each other and shit like that. Literally, someone put a post in Splatoon that said, what did it say? Make chaos great again. With a picture of Trump it was funny. But I don't know, when you really pay attention to Splatoon, it gets deep. And people don't notice, but Splatoon gets really deep. Sorry about the tangent, but it's just always on my mind.
I need to like jump into the Splatoon lore more because that's something that I just still haven't done.
Oh, it's crazy.
I haven't noticed any of that before.
Yeah, it's super crazy. Like, I was writing out a whole article just about his general lore without my theories, and like it's pretty rad. There's a lot going on in there that people just don't really realize, because like the game's storyline, you literally play a couple levels and then you just do the next level, you do the next level, but you find these little like scrolls that talk about everything that happened in the past. So like it's interesting. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like Nintendo's like trying to hint at something. They're throwing some low balls and some shade in there.
Yeah, no, certainly. Like I never noticed that like anti-authoritarian message that was in there at all. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's mind blowing. That's what I'm wondering since Chaos. What's up?
I can't wait for Splatoon 3 now. But,
yeah, because since Chaos won, I'm just wondering what they're gonna do. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
Chaos is anarchy. This is awesome. This is so cool.
Yeah, because people are like, oh, we want chaos. Like, you know what? No matter what, the story is gonna have the same general plot thread. Because it's like, with chaos, you're basically gonna live in a world that's similar to like a Mad Max. There's no order. Everybody's, off killing each other. Blah 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 blah. There's all. But the thing is with chaos, though, because you can put The Walking Dead into perspective. There's always someone in charge. No matter how you look at it, there will be someone of power in charge. And basically on that storyline, I'm pretty sure you will play as the people that are going against that person in charge, trying to free people, make sure the world's safe, blah, 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 blah. But see, with the storyline of Order, same difference. It's kind of like Star Wars in that point, like the Jedi Order. Like, they uphold the peace, blah, 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 blah. The world's pretty much under control, everybody's safe, but there's always that one group that wants to overthrow that. So either way, if Order was chosen, you'd probably be protecting the Order. Since Chaos was chosen, you're probably going to be overthrowing some dictator or some Negan if you watch The Walking Dead. So the story's probably going to be the same no matter which side was the winner. They're just either going to make it to where you're overthrowing some communist or you're overthrowing some fascist. I don't know.
Gosh, yeah, because like Japan has a lot of these like authority, like basically like sticking it to the man, for lack of better terms.
Yeah.
Like kind of stories. So, man, that's so cool. Especially for like something that has that sort of style. I just have never noticed that subtext.
It's very hidden. Yeah, they do a good job of hiding it. Man, I don't know. Every time I think about the Splatoon thing, I just...
Yeah.
Well, now that we've gone completely off subject... I guess we could talk about a couple more things, and I guess end this, and you could join the part 2 if you wanted to.
Yeah, no, this Sunday I got so much I want to talk about from PAX, or can talk about.
Yeah, and then we just have to like stay on topic.
Yeah, but maybe. I could listen to you talk about Splatoon for the rest of my life, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because there's so much there. Oh my god, there's so much there. I guess the way we can end this, because I'm sure there's a lot of favorites and honorable mentions. What was your absolute favorite game that you played, and your absolute favorite moment? Your favorite moment in your favorite game.
My favorite moment in my favorite video game. Probably my favorite game that I checked out at PAX was Sayonara Wild Hearts, which is a upcoming game from Annapurna Interactive. You basically play as a personification of the tarot card of the major arcana called the Fool, and it's kind of just this like really cerebral auto-running game, kind of like Temple Run, except you're sometimes on a skateboard, sometimes on a motorcycle, sometimes just flying through space in between volcanoes as they're erupting into beautiful colors, as you're using light rhythm game elements to fight other representations of the major arcana, and it's got beautiful music. I don't know if any of that made sense at all.
Hey, that game was fantastic, though. I do have some gameplay on the channel. Yeah, I did play it. I have like my over-the-shoulder gameplay, and I found some of the music from the game online to try and sync it with the gameplay so people can at least somehow experience it the way I did. That game is fantastic. It actually comes out very soon, like a week from now, barely. If you didn't know.
Yeah, it comes out September 19th.
Yep,
so.
It's super soon. Yeah, day before the Switch Lite.
My preview for it went up today at Nintendo Enthusiast, and I had to do the thing where I like edit it, and I'm like, oh, by the way, the game comes out next week, so you'll be hearing more about it soon.
Yeah, I definitely plan on streaming it when I get it, because that game is just beautiful, and I think everybody should be able to experience it. So,
yeah, certainly.
And what was one of your favorite moments?
Oh, favorite moments. I really I met Greg Miller at the Square Enix suite, and Greg Miller, who used to work at IGN, works at Kind of Funny now. He's the dude who kind of like inspired me to get into this industry.
Okay.
And yeah, so that was probably my favorite moment. Love Greg so much. It was so exciting to see him.
My inspiration to get into this industry was actually Game Explain. So.
Oh wow. Okay, so you kind of like checked that box off like the first day.
Yeah, I was very lucky that I was actually able to meet the crew of Game Explain that day, which the first day it was actually pretty surreal. Like, you listen to these people almost every single day for 7 or 8 years straight, and then you actually get to meet them personally. So that was pretty awesome, and I really enjoyed talking to Ash Paulson, because he's like my favorite one in that whole group. So yeah, like everything he says, and like when he like talks about different games and stuff, I click with that, because like we pretty much like the exact same stuff. So I don't know, that was a surreal thing. Yeah, but I would say other than that, my favorite actual moment from the show, and not from like us sitting around for like an hour trying to get in, was when I met you, actually, and us playing. Us playing the Streets of Rage 4, because that was super fun.
That game's awesome.
Yeah, and we like surprised the dev when we were juggling the hell out of that boss. We got on either side and just kept them sitting in the middle, and we were juggling them and comboing them to death. So that was pretty exciting. That was probably my favorite moment. It's when I was playing that with you. And I would say my favorite game one of my favorite games that I saw there, my absolute top-notch, top-of-the-line, best game that I played on the show floor, period, was at the same station as Streets of Rage 4 on the other side. It was a game called Young Souls. That was fantastic. Like, honestly, that was like everything I could have asked for in a beat-em-up style game. It like has the whole River City and Scott Pilgrim-ish type vibe, where you can walk around the city and talk to people and shop, and everybody, this guy will be here today, but maybe he's not here tomorrow, or maybe he's here the next day. And like, you get to know characters, and as you walk by, they'll be like, oh, hi, like say your character's name. And like, if you build relationships with people, they like give you stuff, or they help you out. And there are days where your character will be sick, funny enough, because they do go through regular paces, and they'll give your character medicine. And the game's also a beat 'em up, so you go into places to actually fight. You can go to like the gym and then learn how to box, and then you can like fuse that with what you already knew as far as combat. Like, the game is crazy. There's so much in it, and there's so much charm and character behind it. Like, Young Souls is probably my absolute favorite game on the show floor, just in general.
Yeah. Oh, certainly. Yeah, it was very good. Like, .emo has a .emu are the people who did Streets of Rage 4, and then it's like Way Forward did River City Girls.
Mm-hmm.
I think those two companies are like bringing like beat 'em ups back in a way that it's like they're not only very aware of like what makes those games good, they also look at like very common problems with those games, and like are like, how can we make these as basically as interesting as possible. In the little bit I played of River City Girls, oh my god, oh, it's so good. I'm so happy, because beat 'em ups used to be my favorite genre ever.
Right, and I love beat 'em ups to death, and it's nice to know that just like fighting games, because I play those a lot, it's nice to know that beat 'em ups and fighting games are making such a big comeback.
Yeah, no, certainly. Oh goodness.
Oh,
especially, what's up?
Oh, no, nothing. It wasn't really too important. It's just like what I was trying to tell you before we actually started recording, my ordeal on the plane, because it actually just reminded me. So, funny enough, I was on the plane coming home from PAX, and I was sitting next to the Shovel Knight developer. Didn't even know that. It was the head developer of Shovel Knight. I believe that's who it was. But either way, all the developers of Shovel Knight were on the plane, right? And
so cool.
Well, I was playing Blade Strangers, sitting right next to him. I was fighting Shovel Knight. I was fighting Shovel Knight, and I don't remember who I was using, but the guy looks over and he goes, "Oh, you're playing Blade Strangers. That's cool." I'm like, "Yeah, Blade Strangers is fantastic. I love this game." And then Rebecca, she comments, she was like, "Why is he so big? Why is Shovel Knight so tall?" Like, because the scale's probably different between the two. Like, it's just a different scale. In his own world, he's dinky, just like the character I'm using from Cave Story. That's what I was using. Quote, he's also small in his game. So this is basically them at their full sizes. At least that's how I perceive it. So Shovel Knight's a really big dude. And she was like, "Oh, okay, well, that's weird, blah, blah, blah." And then the developer's like, "Well, what do you think of Shovel Knight? Do you like him?" I'm like, I think he's severely overrated. I was like, Shovel Knight's severely overrated. I don't really care for him that much anymore. And the developer turned really red and was like, it started laughing. And I'm like, I'm just sitting here like thinking to myself, like, why is he doing that? And then he looks back at some of his colleagues and goes, "This guy doesn't like Shovel Knight." And then they started laughing, and I'm like, "Oh no." He goes, I'm the head developer of Shovel Knight." I'm like, "Oh, well." I'm sorry, but I'm not going to change what I said at all. He was like, "No, it's fine." Because he was like, Shovel Knight we're getting tired of seeing Shovel Knight. We're developing 2 other games for Shovel Knight. We really want to make another game. And, Shovel Knight is kind of what we're stuck with. So we're tired of seeing the little guy as well. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I was like, and I tried to clean it up a little bit. I was telling the truth, but regardless, I tried to clean it up and was like, Shovel Knight is severely overrated, but I do have Shovel Knight on my Switch, and I pulled out my Switch and showed it to him. I'm like, I bought it for Plague Knight, though, not for Shovel Knight, because Plague Knight is the character that I adore. His gameplay and physics and mechanics are way better, so, like, I like Plague Knight a lot. And I do have that first 4-figure Shovel Knight statue pre-ordered, which is like $400. So it's not like I hate Shovel Knight. I just think he's overrated. I'm not fixing this situation at all, am I? And he just started laughing again. And I'm like, well, to be real, in St. Louis, where I come from, Shovel Knight is held up on a platter. Like, no joke, when the Switch came out, a lot of people were like, I'm only buying the Switch to play Shovel Knight on the go. Or, if you're not buying the Switch to play Shovel Knight, you're wasting your money. Like, that's how people are in St. Louis. Like, if you're not a Shovel Knight player, you're trash. So, yeah. So that's where my Shovel Knight is overrated even comes from. It's like, you can't go anywhere without hearing someone talk about Shovel Knight. So eventually that gets annoying. But yeah, no, I just thought that was funny. Like, sitting right next to the guy, and I'm like, yeah, no, Shovel Knight's trash. And then his reaction to it, I'm like, oh boy, what is this reaction? And then another funny thing, in the same spot, I whip out my laptop, and Rebecca and I try River City Girls. Didn't know the guy was sitting right behind me while I was playing River City Girls. And he looks over, he goes, "Oh, River City Girls." Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, the embargo doesn't say it, but you can't play that on a plane. And I was like, and I just closed my laptop. I'm like, whoops. So, yeah, those are my 2 awkward moments when I was on the plane. So,
yeah, I sadly, I didn't have any awkward moments. I mean, I probably did. I just wasn't aware of them as they were happening.
Yeah, those are some awkward moments, though.
Oh, that's such a nuts story. Oh, goodness. You play Shovel Knight Dig?
I did. Is that the Dig Dug one? The one that's basically Dig Dug? I actually avoided it.
Yeah, it's good. I liked it. Like, it's different. It's like not made by Yacht Club. It's made by some other developers, and it kind of looks like a Super Nintendo game. So it's all right though. It's a roguelike. So
yeah, I'm more interested in the Shovel Knight fighting game, or the brawler that they have.
Wow,
that's
really?
Yeah, that's the one I'm interested in. And I want to use Plague Knight because I like Plague Knight a lot. So yeah, Plague Knight's my boy. I like him. He's cool.
That's fun.
And he throws things.
Plague Knight's awesome.
Yeah, throwing things is always great. Well, now that this has got silent and awkward.
No, you're good. You're good.
Well, all right, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us for this first video for our PAX West thingy. funny enough, this is actually ending at the 59-minute marker, so we're at an hour, which is way longer than what we wanted, but it's whatever. We will be doing another one of these coming up very, very soon, so definitely look out for that. We'll talk actually more about PAX and less about ourselves, at least we'll try to. But either way, thank you guys for joining us, and definitely, Daniel, I guess let them know again where they can find you.
Oh yeah, you can find me on NintendoEnthusiast.com, and you can also find me on Twitter at ShadowForks, so you can find me there as well. Yeah.
All right, and definitely, guys, listen to this video about 600 times. Get used to his voice, because he is definitely going to join me on things in the future.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, I will.
Yeah. And either way, thank you guys for listening, and have a great evening and or night and or morning, depending on when you watch this. Catch you later. You know, it's funny.